What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Zoe with No Days Off DFS here to bring that WNBA slate breakdown for the five. We got another five-game WNBA slate that spans across noon for my time, all the way up until 5 p.m., where we see the Golden State Valkyries taking on the Las Vegas Fakers after the horrific loss that they had today. And I'm gonna talk about that in a second for that game because so much stuff went wrong. Also, at the same time, I can't. Anyway, if you guys are new here, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button so you guys don't miss any of the content your boy puts out over here on the channel. Just like today, I did drop a showdown video, which if you watched it, I literally said in that video, and I'm gonna pat myself on the back for this right here, because as you guys know, your boy does not normally play showdown slates at all whatsoever. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't have the right combination, but I had the right captain. Haley McBuckets went out there and lit they asses up today. And if you had it in the captain spot, I know you did pretty well over there on the slate. So definitely hit the subscribe button so you guys don't miss any of the sauce your boy puts out over here on the channel, and drop the like on the video. Once we get to 2,000 subs, I am doing an Asia Wilson jersey giveaway. The jersey should be here Wednesday or Thursday, so I will have that to show you guys that your boy was serious when he said I ordered it. I ordered it. And now we just got to get to that 2,000 subs, and I'll give that away to one of my lucky subscribers. All right. 5 games. New York Liberty taking on the Connecticut Sun. We just saw this. They just literally just played. So this is just a repeat of that game there. For the Libs, it looks like they are really going to continue to run this Burks and Sobley being out. I don't know how much longer we're going to have to see this, but looks like that's going to be the norm right there for them. For the Connecticut Sun, Marina Mabry looks like she might be full good to go now. Played 34 minutes in that last game, like complete straight jump from being limited in regards to her minutes, but no news to report over there on that side for them. For New York Liberty, it's going to be the normal suspects that we have been trying to attack and going to, but of course, with more emphasis on Sabrina Ionescu being the main one that actually still remembers how to play basketball. Now watch, tomorrow she's going to come out there and she's not going to remember how to play ball, and we're going to be looking at the same bull crap that we were looking at for the last several slates. Besides that, though, Sabrina Ionescu, I definitely do not mind paying up for her. 11.8, that is a bit rich out there when you look at it in regards to the guards that we do have on the slate. But when it comes down to it, Jackie Young being 1K less than her, Alicia Grace, Skylar Diggins, Jordan Canada, it makes sense if you want to get different. I'm not saying that you necessarily have to go all the way over here and play Sabrina, but she's been the most consistent out of everyone else over here. Back-to-back 48 and 43 fantasy points in a matchup that you should be able to go out there and do this. They have been leaning on her pretty heavy. If you want to pivot and come down, Natasha Cloud, 9,200, 31 minutes. She's out there. She's playing the minutes, but she's just not producing and giving us too much. Honestly, when you look at the team, someone else besides Sabrina has to step up. Whether it be Natasha Cloud, Jonquil Jones, if she doesn't get herself into foul trouble, she still has the same great matchup that she had the last time, because they didn't do anything special. She just got in foul trouble, was out of rhythm, and just didn't get to play out there initially in the first half. Second half, she was out there. She was missing some pretty cheeky shots that she should have had, but the shot attempts, she needs to get more shot attempts. There's no reason why Sabrina, you're out there, you're playing, you 16 shots. That's good. That's great. I'll take that for Sabrina right there. Someone else just has to step up and actually take some shots over their form. And honestly, it doesn't help when Phoebus goes out there. She shoots 1 of 8 from the field. Johannes, she's out there, barely shot, only 4 shots, and of course didn't make anything. I imagine we might see a shakeup in the starting lineup. Johannes might go back to the bench, and we could probably see Talbot, because Talbot was out there running quite a bit, and she was actually productive when she was out there on the court, besides her turnover blunders that she had. And I actually don't mind her. She's another one that can actually shoot the 3 ball. If she was to get the start, I wouldn't mind her as the mid-tier option. Definitely would take me off of playing someone like Phoebus, 8,500. Heck no, there's no way I can pay up there for that price for Phoebus. But watch, this would be the game that she goes there and she drops 30-something fantasy points out there in this matchup. But I won't be there to find that out. Definitely, really, of course, the main targets over here: Sabrina Ionescu, Jonquil Jones, Natasha Cloud. And then depending on if Talbot was to get the start, I would definitely have some interest in Talbot. That would be the way I would rank them over there for me. For the Connecticut Sun, I'm going to be very honest. One, I don't understand how the heck Tina Charles got priced up to 10-3 after only giving us 29 fantasy points, priced at 9,800. It's not like she went out there and scored 40-something fantasy points to even get a price bump. I'm not going to fall for that. I'm not going to go there for that at all for her. Anisha Murrow, she is, of course, still getting a start, but the minutes are pretty much capped. She's not playing over 25 minutes. 8K, not worth the price for me to go ahead and pay for it. 7,500 for Olivia Nelson-Adota. I would have a little bit of interest in this right here, especially because if Murrow gets herself into foul trouble, we know that 0-0 is going to come in and she's going to play those minutes. We know she's actually a pretty decent fantasy point producer whenever she is out there on the court. And one of the weak spots, of course, that the New York Liberty have been giving up the points to is those points in the paint, and of course the rebounding and things like like that. Olivia, if she keeps herself out of foul trouble coming off the bench, I don't mind at 7,500. That would be if you are trying to truly get something from this first game. You're trying to decide, do I want to play Phoebus, or I want to play Olivia Nelson-Ododa, Talbot, something like that. I could see maybe taking Olivia Nelson-Ododa over the forwards for the New York Liberty. Outside of that, Marina Mabrey, 7,200 after 48 fantasy points, priced at 7,300. She dropped down 100. Don't understand it, but if you're telling me that her minutes are fully like she's unleashed, she's back, she's good to go, I would have to have some interest in her. I would definitely take a look in that direction. Not saying that she's a must play, but at 7,200, I'm not going to lie, 7,200 playing 30 minutes, and you know she's going to go out there and jack up the shot. She's always been a pretty good rebounder for being a guard. And then, of course, the ball's in her hands and she's playmaking. She's doing those things. I definitely don't mind it right there, but I'm not going to expect the exact same game that what she just had going up against her. That's the only thing that I would have to caveat on that. Outside of that, Bria Hartley with Marina out there doing the ball handling duties and things like that, kind of does put a cap onto Hartley. It's going to have to be a figure it out as they continue to integrate and work together over there. But Hartley, GPP option, pivot off of Marina Mabrey. Maybe it could be the Hartley show today instead of Marina. Sanaya Rivers, minutes are capped over here for her. I have no interest, honestly, in playing for her. LaCan, she actually played some really good minutes off the bench, 23 minutes. That was roughly what she was playing before. Anyway, starting lineup off the bench, so on and so forth. Don't mind it. A decent fantasy point per minute producer, definitely with some upside that we have not seen yet on the season. Everyone else over here, Sheldon, Allen, Marsh, none of those really piqued my interest over there. Washington Mystics taking on the Atlanta Dream. On this side over here, for the Washington Mystics, Leah Edwards, she's listed as questionable, so she might actually be back. That'll eat into the Emily Inkster minutes that we were normally seeing in the at. On the Atlanta Dream side of things, Ryan Howard, she's still out. Brittany Griner, I don't think out. I just don't think that we've gotten an update. Oh, wait. Oh, no, Griner is going to be out again. So we are going to see the Brianna Jones sliding and playing at the center spot, and this is a great matchup for Breezy. Great matchup for Breezy. We do know that going up against Washington, it's not the guards that you normally play in this spot. It's going to be the forwards that you're going to want to get to. And for me over here on Atlanta, straight up out the gate, Brianna Jones, Niles Hellman, both those guys are going to be in pretty much run back consideration and plays over here going up against Washington Mystics. Of course, you can get Shakira Austin in foul trouble. 22 minutes last time going up against Atlanta. 30 fantasy points out there for her. The rebounds are going to be there for her. The scoring is going to be there for Brianna Jones. I like the upside. Niles Hillman, deep ball threat. Go ahead and shoot those actual three balls. Can play some good defense as well. Definitely not shy to go in there. Go ahead and get the rebounds as well. I do like the upside. 7,900. Definitely, of course, you can pivot and play Niles Hillman over playing Brianna Jones. And I really do like that price. 7,900. That's not bad, especially because playing starter minutes. So that's going to be a really good spot right there for her. Maya Cadwell, I don't mind her at all. 34.75 fantasy points in that game without Brianna Jones. And not Brittany Griner and Ryan Howard. I want to say that was the first time we really got to see that right there. 14, 17, and 4. Maybe she could repeat that right here. I know she's going to be out there guarding Citron. It's not like Citron's a otherworldly defender, but she is a pretty decent defender. But I definitely wouldn't mind Maya Cadwell 8,100. That's not bad, but that would just be a spend down-ish at the guard position. Pow Pow sitting right here. She played 19 minutes in the last game. That's really great to see for her. I wouldn't mind looking at Pow. She's still underneath that 5K price range. And then SWK would be another one I could possibly consider as a GPP option right there for me. Nia Coffey, she's going to see the minutes just because Niles Hillman is in the starting lineup. So this is your deep value that you can get to. If Coffey can actually knock down her three ball, which she does have a three ball, she's definitely going to give you a boost and a bump in regards to that. I will say Alicia Gray and Jordan Canada, you can definitely play them. You can mess with them, but I don't see myself going there in this matchup. I understand that Alicia Gray, she dropped 52.75 fantasy points going up against Atlanta earlier in the season. That was early in the season. I don't see myself necessarily going to that at 10-5. A little pricey right there. Jordan Canada, same thing for her, 9,700. Going up against Washington, she had 21.75 fantasy points. They're okay, but I would much rather focus on the forwards over here in this matchup going up against Atlanta. Shakira Austin nuked the last time that they played going up against the Atlanta Dream. Let's see. Just looking. She literally nuked going up against them. 50. Where is it? Just look. Oh, here it goes. 56 fantasy points going up against them in 32 minutes. That was one of her best performances on the season. 10-6, though, is a bit rich to play for Shakira Austin, who can definitely get herself into foul trouble or ride the pine as well. Maybe she might have the bubble guts, but 10-6, I can't ignore it, especially because Brittany Griner's not going to be out there. You're just going to be dealing with Brianna Jones. Breezy, she is definitely I'm not gonna say she's a slow big, but you can get her if you have more athleticism. And we could see that with Shakira Austin, 10-6, I would have a little bit of interest. Sykes has also cooked them early in the season. 43.25 fantasy points in that game, 92-91 loss, 36 minutes, 21 actual points. If we can get Sykes going back to the actual scoring and efficiency that she has definitely had early in the season, I could definitely see this being a spot. 9,300, I don't mind it. I would definitely take the 200 savings off of Sonya Citron, even though she's been playing like fire. She's been playing really great over the last couple games. Always a piece that I like for my parlays whenever I'm building them is Sonya Citron for 10 points. And if you want a little bit riskier, you could take her for 2 threes as well. But really, not too much is too interesting over here for me on the Washington Mystics side. Shakira Austin, Brittany Sykes be the main two that really stuck out to me. Melbourne, that price has come up a little bit too much for me, even though she's getting a minute, she's out there, she's playing. But I don't think I can play that for Jay Melbourne, one of the value that we could possibly have on the slate. Instead, Shook Sutton, of course, those minutes are directly coinciding with Jay Melbourne, so they're kind of splitting the minutes out there. Definitely is like your Julie Alderman for the day. She can go out there and get you a little bit more, or she can go out there and have a floor game. Citron, that's your direct pivot off of Sykes. I don't need to, but I would much rather play Sykes when it. Indiana Fever taking on the Seattle Storm. For the Fever, of course, we still got Caitlin Clark. She is still out. Chloe Bibby is definitely coming in, and she is shaking it up over here, playing some pretty good minutes for them whenever they let her. Timpson, of course, as always, the weird ronky rotations for her. She plays good, then all of a sudden it's nothing for her. So these are going to be your two GPP options for whatever reason they might go out there all out. Dantas finally got her minutes back again, 11 and 10 minutes in her last 2 games. Another one where it's like you don't know which one of these three are going to come out here and actually be allowed to play is the correct word for that right there. This should be a really great spot for Leah Boston. 11-2 is well warranted for the matchup that she has here going up. Last time going up against them, 33 minutes, 49 fantasy points when played versus them. I really do like this spot for Leah Boston. As you do know, centers, rebounding bigs going up against the Storm, they can have success. Yes, Aaliyah Boston could go out here and get a shot blocked a couple of times by Ezzy, just because Ezzy is definitely, of course, has the length, has the reach, but the matchup on paper, everything shows that this should be a great spot. Asbury Stevens just had 41.25 fantasy points, and that was while she was sitting a good chunk of the fourth quarter on the bench. Shakira Austin, 33, Cardosa, 31, Tina Charles, 38. So definitely Seattle has been susceptible to bigs, and I do like the spot. Tasha Howard, I've seen this on the timeline, but I hate her. When I look at playing her and I play her, she doesn't do shit. I don't play her. She goes out there and does what she does going up against the Dallas Wings, where she dropped 45 fantasy points. I'm starting to get the message. You really do hate us. You hate us because obviously it is something in the damn water. I don't get it. But going up against Seattle Storm, I'm not too sure if I want to flirt with Natasha Howard. 8,400, decent price tag for her, but I mean, besides Hamby going out there being able to ball out last time, playing them are of course early on the season. She only played 13 minutes in the game with 10 fantasy points. Power forwards going up against them, it's not bad. It's a mixing pot in regards to what we can get for them. There's definitely some upside for Natasha Howard. GPP option, I would feel much safer with playing Aaliyah Boston instead. Kelsey Mitchell, the other driving force over here for them. Decent spot, decent matchup, but I definitely do think I might have some interest in playing Ari McDonald instead. 9,400. I really thought there was going to be more upside for her in that last game going up against Dallas. Of course, going up against Seattle, she dropped 41 fantasy points in that game, 34 minutes, 26 actual points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. She can go out there and repeat that. We know that she's the head of the snake, and the pace that they want to play at, the Storm, they are not afraid to go ahead and run as well with you out there. So I definitely could see it. But if you want some savings, Ari McDonald, she's going to be out there. She's going to play the role. She's going to play the minutes. The assist upside, that's always going to be there whenever she's court, and I don't mind getting to her instead. On the flip side, I don't believe that she played going up against them when they played earlier this season. Checking real quick on my stuff. Nope, she did not play, so this will be the first time that she will be playing going up against them. It is not a bad spot at all. Seattle Storm on their side, NECA. Are we going to chase the 60 burger that NECA just dropped over here on the flip side for them? I'm going to tell you the truth. Probably not. I will say I do like Skylar Diggins-Smith. 10K gets you off of the Sabrina Ionescu and things like that. Going up against the Indiana Fever when she played them early in the season, she had 39.5 fantasy points in 34 minutes. We know coming off that loss, coming off that crazy loss on your home court, we know Skylar is a sicko, and I can see her going out here, not going to say necessarily a triple-double, but a double-double type of performance for her. Her being able to get downhill, things like that of that nature. None of the guards over there on the strike fear in my heart in regards to what Skylar Diggins go out here on the court. 10K is a very much a fair price in regards to what she can go out here the upside for playing her here in the spot. Gabby Williams, 9,800. You guys know I can't really say too many bad things about my girl Gabby the Baddie. Okay spot going up against Sophie Cunningham. I hope that you steal the ball a couple of times, block her shots or something like that. But as long as she's able to play in transition, get downhill, things of that nature, it'll be a good spot for her. At 800, not a bad spot. Definitely lets you come off Eka, who's at 10-4. I would much rather come down here. I'd be dead if I had side. Ezzy Mambagor, I had already said it. Like, this is going to be a decent block upside spot for her. As long as she's out there on the court and able to play her role in minutes. And feet of the ball. Got to feet of the ball in order for her to do something. We know that she's kind of just the lowest usage player over here for them. She gets some buckets. She gets some buckets. If she's rebounding, she's going to be able to rebound and do it very well. But definitely some upside right there, and some meat is normally bones with her. 8,900 is a bit rich. I will say I would rather come down to some of the other values that we've already talked about at the 4 position. Maybe a Nelson Adota has the same upside right now, what as he can do at that price tag. Malunga, I do not like the price. I understand she's playing the minutes, but the price is the only thing that kills me when it comes down to even considering playing Malunga. I have to see. I don't know what I have to see. I think the price just needs to come down some for a player that's going to be playing off the bench at any moment in time, might go out here and play just 15 minutes. And look at the games that she was able to actually go out here and crush and give these great upside games when she was sitting at that 5K range and things like that. I can't do it. I can't. That's personally just me. I cannot do that. I will not play. I will not pay 6-6 for a bench player to come in and play. I will not. I won't. I can't. Erica Wheeler going up against a former team. Of course, as you guys know, when she played going up against them, 27 fantasy points in 31 minutes. Not a bad spot. I don't mind going Weezy way if it comes out. Everyone else over there on the bench, truly no interest at all. Phoenix Mercury taking on the Chicago Sky. This should be, hopefully, it's not even going to be a close game. What am I talking about? If the Phoenix Mercury come out here after getting their asses whooped by the Atlanta Dream without their all-star and their all-stars, should I say, or anything over there for them, this should be a decent game. Depends on if Chicago Sky can keep it close. We already know on the Chicago Sky side of things, they already are going to be without Ariel Atkins and Angel Reese again. Haley Van Lith and Onion, they are game time decisions. So of course that's just what kind of blunders. For the Phoenix Mercury on their side of things, I don't know what's going on with the Satu Sabali saga right now. She got benched last game because apparently she wasn't bringing the effort. Killed my parlay too. All I needed was 2 Satu, just 2. Hopefully that'll light a fire underneath her and she comes out and she comes with the aggression and everything that is actually needed in this matchup, which is a give me spot, a get right spot, if you must say so. Whenever you're looking at it, this is a great spot for her to be able to go out here and dominate. She just has to actually want to go 8,700. And as far as we know, there's no true actual minutes limit. It's just what she's giving on the court. I definitely can see the upside, especially at that price tag. Getting benched, you just want to come out here with like your hair is on fire. This should be a great spot for Sa to be able to do just that. Alyssa Thomas, we don't really have to talk too much in regards to it, but triple double threat. This is a great spot for her to be able to go ahead and do that. I'm not worried about Cardoso being in there to guard the paint, deflector, or anything like that. AT is still going to be AT. She's going to go out here and do it. That embarrassment of a loss, I cannot imagine that any of them coming out here will not want to go ahead and just light them up. She dropped 55 fantasy points versus them early this season. I mean, it was a curb stomp in regards to it. And did she have a triple double in that game? No, 15 assists, 10 points in that game. But the aggression that we're seeing from Alyssa Thomas, actually looking for a shot, thing like that, I like the upside. Kay Copper, full-fledged minutes. She's playing. She's good. Going up against her former team. I love this spot for Kalia Copper. 8,200. If I got to choose between her and Satu, of course, I would definitely mess with Kalia Copper. Guards going up against Chicago has been a thing. It's been a thing all season, and and it's still a thing right now with the guards that they actually have out there. They have no actual true defender at the guard position to be able to go out there and strike fear or even one up anybody over there. Hunting the matchup for Banham out there, or hunt the matchup for Kia Nurse. It's going to be an easy day for Kalia Copper, and I will not be surprised if she goes out there and rains down at least like 3 or 4 threes, like actually knocking them down, and a couple of steals and things of that nature. Upside is definitely going to be big for K-Cobb. 8,200. Love it. Dewana Bonner, not going to play it, not going there, not even worried about it. I think that's really what's thrown off the feng shui over here for this team, is that they're trying to fit Bonner still into the system. I think that might be what's messing with it. Sammy Whitcomb, definitely one of those big boom spots where she can go out here and bring down a couple of threes. Maybe the game gets out of hand. She comes out here and plays a little bit more minutes. I don't mind it. Natasha Mack, she got benched. Not benched. She went back to the bench for Westbell to go ahead and start. I imagine that they would start Mack to be able to match up with Cardosa. On the flip side of things for the Chicago Sky, I have no interest in nobody. None. Cardosa is way too much for the upside. She has not dropped 40 fantasy points since Angel Reese has been down. Hasn't. Doesn't seem like she's going to be there. This could be the spot that she goes ahead and do it. I probably will not be there to see it. Be very honest. That price is too much. Rachel Banham, 9,100. I get it. I understand it. Quote unquote playing the point guard role. She's definitely playmaking, and she's looking much better at what she's doing, facilitating the ball now. Granted, that was going up against the Golden State Valkyries. I watched that game. I love what I was seeing from Rachel Banham. Being aggressive, looking for her shot. There was a couple of gibbies that she should have had, but her ability to finally get the ball into Cardosa, the fact that she's passing it and she's putting it where only Cardosa can reach it, it's like should have been doing that. But it's good to see that connection actually thriving for her. 9,100 GPP only play for me because that is too expensive to consider playing for Richard Bannon. Elizabeth Williams, she's going to get the start out there. You definitely, of course, can mess with that, especially if they're going to be down without Onion. They're going to be limited bigs. If they start Uzan, I will have a lot of interest if they start her. It will be your cheap must play value play of the day just because she's going to be out there. She's going to be out there. I want to play her. We'll definitely consider playing her. She was cut from the Phoenix Mercury, so this is quote unquote a revenge game for her, if you will say so. It's not like she's a bad player, and as she continues to get used to playing on this team and whatnot, she's going to be able to understand the ebbs and flows. What goes. Golden State Valkyrie taking on the Las Vegas Fakers, man. Now, going to this game on today. Great call on the Caleb McBride. Good shit. If you guys got that, great. Good on you. But the fact that you're up 30 plus on a team, 30 plus, they do a hockey substitution at 5 minutes left going into the third quarter. There's no reason why your star player, your MVP player, is still out there when you got other bigs on the bench. You bench some of your other starters, but you still have Fee out there on the court, and that is exactly why she got hurt. She should not. And what makes it worse is it was within the last 30 seconds of the quarter that she got hurt. There was no reason for her to still be out there. And that ankle roll, that looked like it completely went 90 degrees, if we're being honest. Go back and watch it. She got hurt, couldn't even really stand up, but was able to walk off the court on her own will. But you know how adrenaline be pumping and stuff like that. If you ever balled and hooped and stuff, the adrenaline pumps. You feel like you might be able to move. It's very much tender on that shit. And this is coming from someone who had to have surgery on his ankle from my ankle doing exactly that, playing ball. That shit is not. If he is hurt and gonna miss a couple of games, that's just piss poor management. Honestly, there was no reason for her to still be out there on the court. None at all. None. That was ridiculous for her to even be out there still. Ridiculous. Golden State Valkyries, we got to get the news on Tiffany Hayes and Zan Lassini, if they're going to be playing or not. If they're not going to be playing, I imagine that we'll see some of what we saw when they played going up against Chicago. Little Letty Light, she might get the start, but if I'm being honest, I would much rather, Light would have to still get the start. She would. Just because they really don't have guards in regards to the rotation. Caitlin Chen, she definitely will still have to come off the bench. Kate Martin, she would more than likely be in the starting lineup still. Martin went out there and she let a lot of people down last time out. A lot of people down. 21 minutes, only 14.5 fantasy points. Definitely expect a lot more from Martin out there. Same thing for Light, man. She went out there, she played 22 minutes, only 17.75. I figured she could have got more minutes out there. I don't understand why she didn't. That seems like a wasted opportunity to me. If Salon is out there starting, playing, and whatnot, if Tiffany Hayes and Zan Lassini are out, I do have interest in Salon. I understand she's burned us in the past, but it's a good matchup, definitely rebounding wise. And if she's able to get that shot to fall, I'm not worried about Alyssa Smith defense at all, because that should be who Salon would actually have to match up. Veronica Burton bumped down to 8-8. I consider this that's where she was just up at 9K last time I looked. If there's no Tiffany Hayes, balls in her hand, she's going to go out there and try to score. She is going to facilitate and do all those things right there. Definitely wouldn't mind getting to Veronica Burton. Great spot, good matchup. We already know guards can kill. Guards can crush, especially if they're not afraid to shoot that three ball, which is why I do have interest in Light, because she is, to me, the best three-point shooter that they have over here. Kate Martin, I understand it is definitely a revenge matchup or whatever, if you want to say, for her. If she's starting, maybe there's going to be more upside for her in this spot. But I will say, Golden State Valkyrie, they've had Las Vegas's number. They've played them pretty much toe to toe, played them very well. That's just proof in the pudding in regards to the coaching staff. For the Aces, I don't know what the hell to even think or want to do with this team. I will say I hope that A'ja Wilson comes out with her hair on fire after getting embarrassed yesterday. I will have some interest in A'ja. Of course, if you don't want to play A'ja, you definitely will want to. She went out there. She was pretty much flat today as well. I will write this up in my article in regards to what I am truly going to do with the Las Vegas Aces, because I still have a very bad taste in my mouth in regards to what I saw today, watching them and everything. And I can't let that cloud my judgment in regards to what I actually want to give out for them. So I will write that up. But of course, main two players, like it always says over here for the Aces, is going to be Jackie Young, Aisha Wilson. That's really going to be there for it. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. Hopefully, you guys were able to get a little something from this besides your boy ranting and rambling on, so on and so forth. Talk to me down in the comment section. Early tip tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 12 p.m. my time. Good luck to everybody out there.